Shows like Kitchen Nightmares and Hell's Kitchen, we know that Gordon Ramsay is kind of a jerk.
Get out of my way.
I never thought he was a jerk. You're just soft. We need to fucking raise the generation tougher.
Get out my
Way too
way.
many people.
Get out my way. Get out my way!
I'm not in your way!
Get upstairs then!
He won't tell me, he's got no balls. Why are you throwing that risotto away?
Because it was
Oh, you, shut the fuck up!
Missy, come here, you fat mouth little stupid.
Many people
Damn! Yeah, I thought Gordon was a jerk. That was kind of crazy.
attribute Gordon's antics to a fake persona that he displays for entertainment. It's just
the
a
best, the
character, they
best.
say. However, when you consider the violent and abusive life Gordon had to endure, you will understand where his rage comes from. Gordon's father, Gordon Ramsay Sr., was a violent alcoholic.
Damn, Gordon was a handsome guy. Look at him, bro. He ate him up. Look how handsome young Gordon was. I didn't know anything about his dad. That's crazy. Gordon listened numerous times.
Who Ramsay described as a hard-drinking womanizer. When his father was drunk, he'd either hit the children or throw things around the house.
Damn.
We had to run for our lives, he recalled. We spent many nights, weekends, hidden in the Department of Health and Social Security rooms. Although his father abused and neglected his children, his mother
No way, Turkey just said Gordon Ramsay's dad looks like his grandma.
Helen suffered the most. She was beaten relentlessly, even when she was 7 months pregnant with Gordon's younger sister.
Oh my
Gordon and his
God.
siblings, Diane, Ronnie, and
The
Yvonne,
villain
often sat
backstories.
cowering upstairs in their bedrooms, while their mother was subjected to physical abuse downstairs. She often
Damn, and we've seen her on Kitchen Nightmares and other shows with Gordon.
feared one day he might
He's a
kill
thick black
her.
glasses.
Gordon was already bigger than his father by the age of 12, but he never fought back. I don't know if I could ever have hit him. We were never big or strong enough to stop him. He had power over all of us. The crazy part is, the kids often spent time in Child Protective Services. Police would take their father away during his outbursts.
But Gordon's
it was
dad
only
for real,
temporary,
bro.
as
What
they
a
would
bitch.
eventually return under the same roof as him. They could not
damn.
escape. To make matters worse,
so sad.
Gordon's father didn't even support the family financially. His mother was a career nurse, and his father just worked various dead-end jobs. Dad would often
Damn.
have a fallout with someone
Like
at work and
taller?
get fired. And
I
because our
guess.
home often came with his job, we would become homeless
Gordon's
and have to
pretty
move
tall,
again.
pretty
The
tall
family
dude.
lived in roughly 16 different homes across England before settling in Warwickshire. As you can imagine, Gordon's education was negatively
Bro, I think it's crazy just growing up in like Europe. Like growing up in Europe is so much different than growing up here.
impacted due to his father's terrorizing presence. However, he found a positive outlet detached from his home life through football.
I thought it was
He
Gordon for a
aggressive
second. I
on
was
the
like,
field
what?
and could sprint really fast.
Yo!
Which landed him a spot on the Rangers Football Club youth team.
Oh my god! That's Gordon!
Gordon claims that he was scouted at one of his games by an Oxford United manager, which led him to being signed to the team.
Young
But an
Gordo.
Oxford spokesman says otherwise. We don't have concrete evidence that he ever played for Oxford United, and none of those coaches
Damn, Gordon got caught up on some cap from his childhood. He has a face meant for an old man. No
around
sure
that
do I
time
love
can
him.
remember him playing for
No, I
us.
know what you mean.
This seems like a strange thing for Gordon to lie about, but nevertheless, football was a major passion of his. It was also around this time that Gordon was finally able to flee his father's
he did
abuse
look
for
old.
good. His mother told Gordon and his sister Diane that
Yeah, he looked like 20 from the age of like 5. Like he turned 12 and he's 20 years old, and from the time he's 12, he started aging from 20 on.
and their relationship was worse than ever. She forced them to move out of the house for their own safety. At age 16, Gordon and Diane moved out and got their own flat together in Banbury, located in Oxfordshire, southeast England. But at age 19, Gordon's dreams of being a football player were destroyed, which was the best thing that would ever happen to him. After suffering a serious knee injury, Gordon enrolled at North
Damn,
Oxfordshire
not the
Technical College
injury.
to study hotel
Oh, I
management.
love Gordon. As you knew all this, probably just combing through all the old articles, interviews, videos, and then just piecing it all together.
During this time, he
Maybe
worked as a
his dad was
commie
a piece
chef
of
at the
shit.
Roxton House Hotel. The commie chef, otherwise known as a junior chef, is at the bottom of the food chain, literally. Most kitchen
Damn.
brigades are organized similarly to the
I
military.
didn't really know much about like how like kitchens like that operate until I started watching like Kitchen Nightmares, Hell's Kitchen, and Master Chef. Like there's all these different levels. There's like very serious. There's like a chain of command that's like
Auguste
he's making it up.
is credited for coming up with this hierarchy system while serving as a cook in the French military in the 1800s.
Yeah, my knees are
Commie
fucked.
chefs help ensure that a kitchen's operations run
Which Megan
smoothly.
twerking.
They perform cooking, cleaning, delivery, and other support duties as instructed by the chef de partie. After progressing through the ranks and becoming the sous chef, Gordon ran the kitchen and 70-seat dining room at the Wickham Arms until he started a sexual relationship with the owner's wife.
Damn! It's still fucked, bro. Just take your knee episode. What? No, dude, I broke my growth plate in my knee when I was like 15 years
With
old.
the boss's wife because she made, a go for me. I mean, trust me. I mean, what 19-year-old chef, fit as a fiddle, is gonna say no?
Damn! Gordy boy got moves. Gordy be fucking Gordon the man.
To a
Let's
stunning
go.
33-year-old wife of your boss.
So yeah, he got fired. However, his experience would land him
Yeah, that's badass. Kitchen's gonna be very
his
chaotic.
first job at a Michelin star restaurant and his first appearance on television. Michelin stars are basically the highest badges of honor for restaurants.
Which is crazy because Michelin is a tire brand and they sponsor like this like food organization that rates food.
The stars are part of the Michelin Guide,
Wife
which
was
employs
saying-
thousands of inspectors who travel
Shut
around
up.
the world sampling the finest cuisine. These highly trained inspectors will visit hundreds of restaurants a year in order to identify the best of the best. Michelin inspectors are always anonymous to ensure they don't receive preferential treatment during their meals. Inspectors
Me.
book, dine, and pay for their meals in the same way as an
Hey!
guest. Once each
So good to
restaurant
see
in
you, first of all.
consideration
And
has
thank
been
you so
inspected,
fucking
the
much for the
Michelin Guide
100.
director meets with the worldwide teams for what is called
Bro,
Star
that guy in the white suit is the guy who judges you. He's the CEO of Michelin.
sessions, where the rating of
Think
each
you got it,
restaurant
bro.
is
You're not.
debated. These
Hopefully
sessions
soon.
often last days, with each establishment considered one by one until a unanimous decision is reached. Restaurants can earn a maximum of 3 stars. Michelin quantifies 1 star as being high quality cooking worth a stop, 2 stars for excellent cooking worth a detour, and finally, the prestigious 3 stars represent exceptional cuisine
My house is
worth
3
a
stars for
special
my
journey.
ass.
Ramsay
Amelia!
honed his culinary skills at Harvey's
ain't no way.
in Wandsworth. This is where a legend was created. The executive chef at Harvey's was Marco Pierre White, who is not only world class, but also considered to be the first celebrity chef. Marco has been rumored to have
Amelia?
somewhat of a temper. He has admitted that sometimes he shouts and screams in the kitchen. Gordon says that Marco was brutal, allegedly one night even making a young Gordon Ramsay cry. However,
He made Gordon cry. He aged awfully. Bro, I can't imagine. Bro, people in Europe don't age well.
this side of him is rarely seen when the cameras are on. On TV, he's more of an intense savage that struck fear into you without saying or doing too
Damn.
much.
Yeah, that's
No, I
pretty
didn't make
scary.
Gordon Ramsay cry. He made himself cry. That was his choice to cry.
After working at Harvey's for 3 years, Ramsay
the
became more
exception.
equipped to handle the fast-paced
To
and
Gordon
high-pressure
Ramsay.
trade
That's
of
crazy.
fine dining. He also probably learned that sometimes to run a kitchen, you need to be aggressive.
Look
loud,
at Gordon Ramsay in this show, but yet he's not the main character. K with the biddies! Thank you so much. Yo, WK chat right now. Everyone WK for all the biddies. But he's like the secondary character in this show. That's crazy.
fine dining. He also probably learned that sometimes to run a kitchen, you need to be aggressive,
Bro, I'd be a great,
loud, and dominant.
what do they call it?
The 1988
Sandwich artist?
documentary Marco shows a
No, you
behind-the-scenes
didn't
look
take
at the chaotic life in the kitchen. Gordon is seen multiple times throughout the documentary calm, listening, learning, and getting a taste for what it was like to be on the big screen.
Damn.
Sadly, his family was still suffering. Gordon's sister Diane decided to return home to live with their parents. One day, their father threw scalding hot milk over their mother, who was in bed, punching and dragging
Always,
her
Melly. I'll
downstairs.
see you later. I
Diane
appreciate
got
you
her
hanging
mother to
out,
the hospital, where they were referred to Women's Aid, a charity in the United Kingdom aimed at ending domestic violence against women and children. The pair
Poor
found
Ramsay
refuge
fam.
in one of the charity's shelters
That's so
for 6
sad.
months and got help sorting out Helen's benefits. Her husband had never given her any money,
Oh my
likely
God,
a tactic
bro.
he used to ensure she would never leave. Helen and Diane went home
Fuck
to find the
him.
flat ransacked and a postcard on the mantelpiece warning, "One night when you're least expecting it, I'll come back and finish you all off." From that moment
What the
onward, the Ramsay family was
fuck?
finally free of Gordon James Sr. By his mid-20s, Gordon had
Damn,
already built a
that would suck. Imagine being named after your abusive father. Jesus Christ, for real.
resume that would land him jobs working alongside world-class chefs in France, and then as head chef at La Tante Claire in Chelsea, a 3 Michelin star restaurant.
Bro, Gordon really came from nothing, had a terrible home life, and worked his ass off to get to the top.
However, Marco White would present something that would stamp Gordon's legacy permanently. In 1993, Marco offered Gordon a head chef position and a 10% share in the Rossmore. The restaurant was renamed Aubergine and achieved Michelin star status.
Damn, he
14
knew Gordon's
months later.
potential,
Gordon's
bro.
cooking was so highly sought after that the restaurant had a waiting list of
little
up to
ass
6 months
despair,
and bills
facts.
averaging about 75 euros per person. By 1997,
Damn.
Aubergine won its second Michelin
Imagine $75 back then.
star. Despite the restaurant's
Or
success,
eyes even
a
more.
dispute began between Ramsay and the business owners, who wanted to expand and turn Aubergine into a chain restaurant. Gordon didn't feel he could duplicate his cooking as a formulaic concept like most chain restaurants do. After many years of disagreements and legal battles, Ramsay announced his departure and handed in his notice. The entire staff at the restaurant followed Gordon and participated in a walkout. Ramsay later
Damn.
referred to it as Black Friday. He described the decision to set out on his own as the most important day of my entire cooking career,
That's
the
awesome,
most important
bro.
decision
We're
of
seeing
my
the
life.
birth
Gordon
of
decided
Gordon
to purchase
Ramsay.
and open his own restaurant called Restaurant Gordon Ramsay in Chelsea in
Very humble of him. Restaurant Gordon Ramsay.
1998. The journey of opening his business venture paired with a television documentary series called Boiling Point.
Dude, we gotta watch that. That came out the year I was born, 1998. Bro, Gordon Ramsay has been entertaining us for decades. Literal decades. He opened his own restaurant 25 years ago. And so he was, bro, literally almost 3 decades of TV entertainment. That's crazy.
The series only had 5 episodes, but gave viewers a raw, behind-the-scenes look at Ramsay and his element. Along with his cooking methods and expertise, he tried to impress food critics in hopes of a
Been
3rd
working
Michelin
hard.
star. Although the series was short-lived, Ramsay's vulgar language and hostile nature were on full display, and he quickly became known for his loud mouth and short temper in the kitchen. This guy got fired for drinking
Been
water.
working
Standing
hard.
in front of the fucking glass, drinking fucking water. In front of all the customers. Fuck off.
Damn!
But even with these explosive moments, it still feels tame
Fuck is
compared to
wrong
what
with
would
you?
come many
For
years
real,
later.
bruv.
After establishing his first restaurant, Ramsay expanded and opened several restaurants across the United Kingdom. He earned his 3rd Michelin star in 2001, making him the first Scottish chef to achieve the feat and securing
God,
him
he's
a
such a
lifelong
fucking
legacy
legend.
at the age of
His villain
35.
era.
His second TV show portrayed Gordon in a much more genuine and humble way. Ramsay's Kitchen Nightmares was a 2004 show where
God,
Gordon
Kitchen
visited
Nightmares
failing
is so
restaurants
good.
and helped to improve the establishments in just 1 week. He then revisited the restaurants months later to see how each business fared in his absence. Kitchen Nightmares was a huge commercial hit. Ramsay
Bro,
initially
for
came off as
sure.
quite relatable. He was very candid but still supportive in a positive manner and genuinely wanted to see businesses succeed.
And he
used
did.
his time wisely, learning the staff's strengths
Like
and
Gordon.
weaknesses.
Really, bro, like Gordon, one thing about Gordon is self-discipline and standards. When he says, where's the standards, he means that. He keeps a fair standard. And I don't really know, it's really hard for me to say, but it seems like he keeps a standard throughout his life, not just in kitchen and cooking, but like hard work everywhere.
And the town's culture surrounding each
And
restaurant.
steak.
He
No,
also
man,
used
Nick.
collective plural pronouns like we when describing each restaurant and what needs to be done, fully integrating himself as a part of the team and part of the solution,
Yeah, but
not
he was
merely
so
operating
sick.
as an onlooker giving directions.
Okay, I pull
This
up.
Ramsay made for far more compelling television and left viewers excited about the food and entrepreneurship. The more poised and calculated attitude carried on to his next televised culinary show, Hell's Kitchen UK.
Yes.
The show created a competition between 2 kitchens featuring 10 aspiring chefs competing for a prize of €250,000, money that the winner could use to start his or her own restaurant. They were split into 2 teams of 6, 1 celebrity chef along with
Yo.
5 members.
And just look at the difference. Now, what are we going to do? Right, can we taste now, please? That is the worst risotto.
Oh man, I give up.
That is shocking.
No, I'm trying. My hardest, chef. Oh man, what?
Due to the show's success,
Damn.
Gordon worked with the Fox
Hell's
Network
Kitchen.
to produce an American version
really,
with the same
Nikki?
name. First premiering in
How?
2005, Hell's Kitchen US followed a different format. This is where Gordon's asshole persona was formed.
He jumped up and
Now fuck off back on your section. Why?
Because I'm not a quitter.
You're not a quitter. You're not a fucking cook either. Move
Damn.
your fat ass. You donkey! Hey! You're fucking useless, you know that. You're cooking in a burnt pan, you fucking dick! Fucking donkey! Don't let him cook a fucking thing!
The US version of
God, bro, imagine how much stress and like strife and anxiety Gordon feels from all these years of filming these shows. Even if he is just acting, like he's still like, even like you're just like getting like, but sometimes I'll get hyped up on stream, I'll exaggerate my emotions, I'll do this, that, and it is like fucking draining. Like sometimes when I stream for like 8-9 hours, like in a stream, like even though I don't move around a lot or do a lot, like just my brain is just like, blah, from like talking for 9 hours. And Gordon, like in a filming of a show, like it's only 40 minutes, but it probably takes like all day to film, you know what I mean? When he became a dad, that's probably what most guys do.
surpassed the UK version in popularity. The show was significantly
Gordon must
more
be so
dramatic than
tired,
any
he
of
just has
Gordon's
insane
UK
drive.
shows, with the addition of loud sound effects, dramatic music, rapid jump cuts, and exaggerated drama.
Your special has now become
Imagine
not
you
very
being shy.
special.
I am pretty
Thanks
shy.
to face
What up,
that.
Sierra?
Hurry up,
I'm
Giovanni!
back.
Yeah,
Love you.
but I'm not dick face, chef.
Yeah, say that again.
I said I'm not dick face,
Yeah, you're
chef.
pissed, are you?
I'm not.
Look at me in the eyes! Not as pissed as I am! You fucking are!
Jesus!
Look at me in the eyes! Not as pissed as I am!
He spit all over him, bro. Watch that spit fly out. Super shy.
I said I'm not dick face,
Yeah, you're
chef.
pissed, are you?
I'm not.
Look at me in the eyes! Not as pissed as I am! You fucking are! Donkey!
Jesus! What up, Kay? Virgo was pissing. His pants are soaked. He's gonna cry. Thank you so fucking much, Kay. I appreciate the biddies. I'm not gonna lie, chat. Like, I'm pretty chill. I'm pretty mellow. But, like, I can snap. Like, I think, like, there's been situations in the community, not anytime recently. I'd say, like, the past 6 months have been, like, the peace era. But, like, before there was always, like, obviously I would not start it, but, like, let it simmer and make it to what it is for, like, whatever reason. But there was, like, a lot of drama, and I snapped a couple times. It wasn't on stream, but, like, I can fucking go, like, I can fucking bark like that. You ask Ben.
It became so excessive that people online started accusing the producers of staging fake drama for more entertaining television.
Who cares,
People also
bro?
claimed that the
Why can't
editors
people
used
just enjoy things?
editing techniques to
head.
make certain contestants appear as poor performers to justify their elimination later. The most obvious example was the case of Amanda Tech Moore, who you can clearly see cooking here, but the only problem is that she was eliminated 3 episodes earlier. Essentially, they're using old footage of contestants, for example, Gordon yelling at someone in episode 1, to justify their elimination in episode 10, even if they didn't do anything wrong that day,
Who
since the show is
cares?
not premiering live and viewers wouldn't
my
be able to
God,
notice
no.
the difference. Another
Bro,
major
It's all created. All the edits, everything is created to make it as entertaining as possible. No shit. If they have old footage, they don't have enough footage to fill a scene, and they need, like, they're gonna reuse stuff.
controversy
Kinda
in
messed
regards
up,
to the
though.
show being staged occurred
It's
when
a TV
contestant
show.
Joseph
Doesn't have to
Tinley
be
from
fair.
season 6, during one elimination round, angrily confronted Ramsay, challenging him to a fight before being escorted off the set.
You want a f***ing jacket? You want to talk some shit? Let's go step outside, motherfucker. I ain't here for that, dog.
The incident drew criticism from viewers suggesting the scene was potentially fake and conducted to add more drama and tension to the show to increase viewer interest. However, it was this tumultuous persona that may have ruined his UK television presence.
Okay, this was asked for, well done, and this person is sending it back.
And let me just tell you something. You know, in terms of well done, look, we praised it. What is that?
That's well done.
That is well done, so stop bringing me shit!
What about this, Gordon?
That is well done!
What about this?
It's well done!
Without the added sound effects and intense music, Gordon's screaming looks less performative, which made viewers think he was actually
True.
just a jerk.
Gordon wanted. We all have our moments of rating sometimes. Gordon wanted to smoke. Bro, we're gonna have a TV someday. Trust me, I have big plans.
But the USA audience couldn't get enough of Gordon.
Yeah, we love
He was
that
a rock
shit.
star. He worked with the Fox network.
You came to the US where we fucking eat that shit up. We love drama. We love yelling. We love mean men.
and to produce an American version of Kitchen Nightmares. First premiering in 2007, Kitchen Nightmares US followed the exact blueprint as the
cynical
original,
show.
as the owners invited Gordon to spend a week with the failing restaurant to revive the business. However,
We
like the
invite
US
chatters
version
to
of
our
Hell's
house.
Kitchen, Kitchen
We
Nightmares was
eliminate
more
one each week.
dramatized and featured featured Ramsay displaying a visibly short temper, regularly yelling profanities and insulting his staff. Gordon once even said the F word 298 times in just 2 episodes. When you saw those 2 kitchen nightmares condensed,
he said the F word 298 times in 2 episodes. Imagine that airing on TV. Bro, Jesus Christ, Pussy. Bro, Pussy, leave her alone. You have to say what we're all thinking. Bro, Gordon Ramsay, imagine this coming out in like the 2000s and people singing this. Bro, he really did, like, most of the time on TV that wouldn't fly. But he really did have something special about him where people are like, yeah, I like this.
into one. Last year when they had those 298 fucks, I wasn't proud of that. There's come a time when, at the age of 43, I'm getting a bit tired of the foul-mouthed bully chef. In that same interview, Ramsay was adamant in his refusal to pander to elderly British viewers by trying to act like anyone other than himself. So on one hand, he admits he isn't proud of his excessive outbursts. On the other, he isn't just gonna act like a proper lad to please his UK audience. Plus, in 2017, he came out with a show called The F Word, so I don't think he really cares that much. Both versions of Kitchen Nightmares produced 7 seasons and were canceled collectively in 2014. As of September 2021, Ramsay has accumulated a net worth estimated to be around...
Don't play with Gordon Ramsay's got fuck you money.
$220 million, with an estimated salary of $225,000 per episode. Gordon typically earns roughly $45 million per year from his media and restaurant business. His shows account for more than 75 hours of programming and more than $150 million in ad sales for Fox. With restaurants in the UK, US, France, Italy, China, South Korea, and Qatar, his empire has expanded on a global scale. Evidently, being a dickhead pays pretty well. But Gordon is also able to act like this because he has started at the very bottom and grinded for decades mastering his craft. These days you could see him on TikTok telling people how terrible their cooking is. Whether his rage comes from his father's abuse or from the perspective of a passionate teacher wanting his pupils to learn, it never gets old seeing Gordon Ramsay absolutely destroy someone's cooking.
And this is why I fucking love Gordon Ramsay. We need to watch this sometime, how extreme makeovers ruined people's lives, because my mom used to love extreme home makeovers.